12 NBA legends you didn't know passed away. One of the players on this list vanished at sea along with his girlfriend and the boat's captain, and after an FBI investigation, all signs pointed to murder, not an accident. None of their bodies were ever found, and the only suspect died before he could ever stand trial. His story is our number one. Today we're counting down 12 NBA legends who had real defining moments in the league, then faded from the spotlight before they passed away. 12. Kevin Duckworth. Kevin Duckworth spent 9 seasons anchoring the Portland Trail Blazers frontcourt, making 2 All-Star teams in the late 80s. He stayed close to the team for years afterward, working with kids at community events. In August 2008, while in town for a charity basketball clinic, he collapsed in his hotel room at 44. The cause: hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, an enlarged heart that had been failing for some time. Duckworth spent his post-career years quietly giving back to the same community that once cheered for him. Our next name fought a 2-year battle most fans only found out about near the very end. 11. Wayman Tisdale. Wayman Tisdale was an Olympic gold medalist and a 12-year NBA veteran before reinventing himself as a genuinely successful smooth jazz musician after retirement. In 2007, doctors found a cancerous cyst below his knee. His leg was later amputated. He kept making public appearances anyway, showing up at an Oklahoma City Thunder game just weeks before he died in May 2009 at 44. Tisdale built an entire second career the public barely noticed. Our next name died at only 34, with a heart condition that had already been flagged years earlier. 10. Robert Tractor Traylor. Robert Tractor Traylor was a bruising college star at Michigan before a solid NBA run with several teams in the early 2000s. He'd had heart surgery back in 2006 for an enlarged aortic valve and continued playing professionally overseas. In May 2011, while playing in Puerto Rico, his phone call to his wife suddenly cut off. He was found dead in his apartment at just 34 from a heart attack. Traylor's heart problems were known for years before they actually took his life. Our next name's death came from something nobody could have predicted: a routine surgery gone wrong. 9. Jerome Kersy. Jerome Kersy spent over a decade as a defensive anchor for the Portland Trail Blazers, part of 2 finals appearances in the late 80s and early 90s. In February 2015, weeks after minor knee surgery, a blood clot that had formed in his leg traveled to his lung. He died at his home in Oregon at 52 from a pulmonary embolism. Kersy survived a physical, punishing NBA career, only to be taken by a routine surgery's complication. Our next name's heart had already been failing for years by the time it finally took him. 8. Anthony Mason. Anthony Mason was one of the most feared enforcers in the league during his time with the New York Knicks in the 90s, a bruising, headline-shaved fan favorite at Madison Square Garden. Years after retiring, he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. A heart attack in February 2015 required 4 separate surgeries to try to save him. He died at 48. Mason's health decline played out mostly outside the public eye. Our next name shattered 2 backboards in 1 season, and his heart problems were nowhere near as dramatic as his game. 7. Dawkins. Darryl Dawkins, nicknamed Chocolate Thunder by Stevie Wonder himself, broke 2 glass backboards in a single month in 1979 dunks so violent the NBA had to write a new rule because of him. He faded from the national spotlight for decades after retiring, working as a coach and community figure. He died of a heart attack in August 2015 at 58. Dawkins spent his final years mostly out of headlines that once followed his every dunk. Our next name is one of the greatest centers to ever play the game, and even he wasn't spared. 6. Moses Malone. Moses Malone won 3 MVP awards and a championship, and remains one of the most dominant rebounders basketball has ever seen. He died in September 2015 at 60. Found in a Norfolk hotel room after missing a scheduled appearance at a celebrity golf tournament. The medical examiner ruled it cardiovascular disease. He was reportedly still wearing a heart monitor his doctor had given him days earlier for an irregular heartbeat. Even a 3-time MVP couldn't outrun his own heart. Our next name was just as decorated and just as easy for casual fans to forget. 5. Nate Thurmond. Nate Thurmond spent most of his career anchoring the Golden State Warriors, a Hall of Fame center whose number was retired by 2 different franchises. He died in July 2016 at 74, after a battle with leukemia. Casual fans who only know today's NBA might not recognize his name at all, but in his era, he was considered one of the greatest defensive centers alive. Thurmond's greatness predates most fans watching basketball today. Our next name's death wasn't an illness at all, it was someone else's decision. 4. Malik Sealy. Malik Sealy was heading into his prime with the Minnesota Timberwolves, driving home from a birthday celebration for his best friend and teammate Kevin Garnett, when a truck traveling the wrong way down the highway hit his SUV head-on. The driver was drunk, with a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit, and had a prior DWI conviction. Sealy died instantly in May 2000, at 30. Sealy never got the chance to fade from the game at all. His career and his life ended together. Our next name's death took 7 years to even get properly investigated. 3. Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson won 3 championships as a player, made an NBA Finals MVP run with the Seattle Supersonics, and later became a head coach in the league's development system. In February 2007, while coaching the Austin Toros, he collapsed after practice from a heart attack. Paramedics worked on him for 23 minutes. He was pronounced dead at 52. Johnson spent his whole life around the game, right up until the moment it ended. Our next name's death stayed unsolved for 7 years before anyone was ever charged. 2. Lorenzen Wright. Lorenzen Wright played 13 NBA seasons, including 6 with his hometown Memphis Grizzlies. In July 2010, he was shot multiple times and left in a wooded area outside Memphis. His body was found 9 days later. The case went cold for 7 years. In 2017, his ex-wife Shara Wright and a man named Billy Ray Turner were finally arrested. Turner was convicted of murder in 2022, nearly 12 years after Wright died, and Shara Wright pleaded guilty to facilitating the killing. Wright's family waited over a decade for any kind of answer. Our number one's family never got one at all. 1. Bison DeLay. Brian Williams played 9 NBA seasons and won a championship with the 1,997 Chicago Bulls, before walking away from basketball entirely and changing his name to Bison DeLay. In July 2002, he set sail on his boat in the South Pacific with his girlfriend, the boat's skipper, and his own brother, Miles DeBoard. Only DeBoard returned, claiming the other 3 had died accidentally. The FBI didn't believe him. Evidence showed DeBoard had used his brother's identity to buy over $150,000 in gold after the trip. Before he could be formally tried, DeBoard intentionally overdosed and died in a California hospital in September 2002. None of the 3 other bodies were ever recovered. No trial ever happened. 12 NBA legends. 12 very different endings. And this one still doesn't have a final chapter. 12 players who defined moments of NBA history, on and off the court, and almost every one of them faded from the headlines long before they actually passed away. If one of these stories surprised you, let us know which one in the comments. And if you want next week's list of the legends whose real story never made the headlines, subscribe, because there's always more behind the box score than you'd think.